Hi, everyone. Welcome to the podcast. If you're a new listener, welcome. If you're a veteran, welcome back. I have a question for you, Hans. Why do you say it's okay in your videos?
All right. Good point. I got a lot of times people say, "Oh, you're talking dog, it's okay." What the heck it means? Your dog is, your dog is not, your dog is not trained well. So it's okay is not, when I say it's okay or teach my handlers to say it's okay, it's not calming the dog, consoling, or what's that word?
Yeah, consoling.
Consoling the dog
yeah.
to calm. It's actually a command,
Yeah.
right? Maybe I should have used different verbiage, but
Yeah. No.
we are using it's okay, so that's fine.
Yeah.
And what we do this exercise where after the protection, every dog goes by in front of all the people sitting there on the chairs, and the handler is saying to the dog, "It's okay," and then the dog is being petted by each person they go by, right? And what we're doing, we're conditioning the dog when they hear "it's okay" to secrete oxytocin, because when people pet the dog secretes oxytocin, right? And oxytocin is a bonding hormone which makes the dog feel good, right? So when I say it's okay, the conditioning works in a way that even so there is no petting, they still secrete oxytocin and they feel good, right? I remember I trained this one dog for this one woman. It was my dog. Mm-hmm. And it took us longest time to get her going protection-wise because I raised the pup and now I'm the decoy, right? So the dog didn't really want to do it. But eventually I got the dog so that the dog want to kill me. If the handler, the woman, would say alert command, pozor, the dog would just turn on, her eyes turn green. She was just going to rip my liver out.
Yeah.
Right? And then the woman could say, "It's okay," and we would go and pet her. Mm-hmm. So, and after a while, I could make the dog going back and forth. It was almost funny, right? She would say, "Pozor," and dog would gonna kill me. And then she said, "It's okay," and dog throws her on the back, and I can rub her belly, me, the decoy, right? Mm-hmm. Who she want to kill a second ago.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then she would say, "Pozor," and she would pop up and want to kill me again. And we would go back and forth like this, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't have it on video. But basically, that's what I'm talking about, right? You say it's okay, you are diffusing the dog. Now, the important part is that the dog is being petted. You cannot just walk by the people
The petting is the...
and saying it's okay. You got to touch the dog and pet it. And a lot of people who are sitting on the chairs, they're afraid, because they just saw the dog biting.
Yeah.
And now the same dog's supposed to go by and it's okay. But so you walk by first kind of a little distance so the dog cannot get you, and then you come closer, and they pet it first on the ass, right? So don't pet it on the head because it's much closer
Always
to the teeth, right?
On the butt.
But after a while, the dog, you say it's okay, and they do protection, and they come, "Oh, pet me," right?
Yeah.
Right? And it's really important that you diffuse the dog that way.
Yeah.
Because when I train dogs, I want the dog not to be under control, but to be on the same page as I am.
Yeah.
Me, the handler.
Yeah.
Right? So when I say kill the guy, the dog kills the guy, so to speak, or literally if it comes to it. And if I say he's my friend, I want the dog to think he's my master's friend, so he's my friend too.
Yeah.
Where control, the dog still want to kill the bad guy, but doesn't do it because the master doesn't want it.
Yeah.
So you basically going against the dog is going against the master's will, and he's kind of like loaded like a loaded spring.
Still loaded.
Yeah, and you can see it's just like, I'll kill you. My master won't let me, but I'll kill you if I just make a wrong move, and we'll see, right? And that's wrong. That's very wrong. It's genetically, I mean, not genetically. It's training-wise, relationship-wise. I mean, so genetically, I want to say relationship-wise. It's wrong because you are not in leadership position because the dog has a different mindset than you. I want the dog to work for me and with me, so we're supposed to be on the same page.
Yeah.
Right? So if I say it's okay, it's okay.
Literally.
It's okay. Literally. It's not like, well, he says it's okay, so he doesn't want me to attack the person, but if that person is going to sneeze or raise a hand too fast, I'm killing him.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. That person, you are my friend, you must be my dog's friend. Remember, you're training the brain, not the actions, right?
I think there's trainers right now that are listening to this and they're saying like, how's that possible, Hans?
Well,
I'm just
all the training. Good question. Yeah. All the training starts with the obedience, right? Yeah. We're in obedience training. It's either in drive or out of drive. Mm-hmm. Didn't we make podcasts on this? Maybe we should.
I would try to. But I mean, we talked about.
So most dogs are trained in drive. People run around the dog with cookies or with toys, and if the dog sits, they give him a bite. If he lays down, they give him a bite. If he comes, they give him cookie. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Or bite again on the toy. So the dog is working for himself. He wants a cookie, so that's why he comes. Why is he coming? Because he wants cookie. Now, if you don't have cookie, or stop giving him cookie, after a while he stops coming. Is that good training? Not in my book. Yeah. I trained the dog because I said so. Right? So I say to the dog, down, and dog downs. Yeah. He doesn't like to down, but I make him down. I even force him down.
This is the. I mean, I just watched the commercial on this, and she's fairly well known, I guess, in the dog training. But this is one of the things she says, like sort of like the force without any pressure. All these promises.
That's bullshit.
This is promises they're giving you.
Yeah.
But you've been at this for a long time, Hans. I mean,
I pressure the dog into going down. That's the most important command for establishing leadership position. So I pressure the dog to come down. They fight me, tooth and nails, right? Sometimes they want to bite me, but I got to win, and I force the dog down, and then when he goes down, I release the pressure. I say, good boy. I pet him.
There's a pay.
And that's a pay. There's a pay. And there's that oxytocin again. So after a while, when I do down, the dog is bracing themselves, right? And I'm pushing down. I don't overpower the dog physically to go down.
It's just
right. I just watching him, and suddenly the dog says, "Uncle," and decides to go down. That's why I release the pressure and let him finish on his own. And as soon as his elbows touch the ground, I say, "Good boy," and pet on the head. And I'm teaching the dog that when I say something, they gotta do it if they like it or not, right? And so people say, well, I don't like to put pressure on the dog. Well, then the dog will not work for you and with you when they're under pressure or when they decide to do something else.
Yeah, if it would work, you would do the cookie thing. I mean, obviously, right? I mean, it's not that.
Well, another thing would be.
It's not that because you're a mean guy. Like I'm trying to make a point with this,
right?
Because that's how Hans is, right?
Yeah, I'm a Gestapo guy.
You're like the soup Nazi, But
soup Nazi, no
right?
Soup for
I mean, if the cookie would be effective,
right,
you would use the cookie.
Well, it is effective as long as there is no pressure.
I mean, So let's make sure that we. Yeah, exactly. That's the big one.
And so I'm when I say it's okay, right? I want the dog So, oh yeah, you said you want to know how. You said it's
How is it possible?
How is it possible, right? That the
dog would
right, and so it's, as I said, it starts during the obedience, right? And the dog says, okay, I got to do what my dad wants me to do, not what I want to do, right?
Yeah.
And there, I'm getting the dog on the same page where I am. When I say down, I want you to be on the same page as I am and want to go down because I said so, not because you're gonna get cookie,
Yeah.
right? Because if, I always say the dog is this dog is not obedience trained; he's just performing circus tricks,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And circus tricks may be impressive,
Yeah.
but they are not. So the dog then says, okay, I want a cookie, so I put elbows on the ground, which is down,
Yeah.
and I get cookie.
Yeah.
Not that my master says go down and I gotta go down,
Yeah.
or so. Okay.
And because you're on the side of the dog when there's a real situation, in the sense it could be a cat running, or
Right.
you don't want the dog to get hurt,
Right.
and just
But
that's ultimately the
That's right. It's for the safety of
Yes.
the dog. So people say, well, it's cruel to force the dog. Well, it's more cruel if your dog gets hit by car,
Yeah.
because your training sucks,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But going back to the it's okay, right?
Yeah.
How do right there in the obedience, I teaching the dog, you gotta do what I say, and if you do it, I will praise you and pet you, and I will be happy, and when I'm happy, you will be happy because you get pet, right?
Yeah.
Right, and the oxytocin gets
Yeah.
induced, and so you people say, well, when I give the dog cookie, I also get oxytocin and all that.
Yeah.
But you are doing it because you want cookie.
Yeah.
You don't give a damn what I want,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's a difference.
I don't know why is that
It is
so
man.
hard to
Right.
understand.
So then when I have a dog and I'm walking by these people who sit on the chair and I say it's okay, after a little while,
Yeah.
the dog thinks, okay, he said it's okay, so it's okay. Because I want to do what my master does, same way as I do down or
Yeah.
sit or
Yeah.
heel.
Yeah.
And that's where it starts,
Yeah.
with the obedience.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I go by these people and he said it's okay. Well, it's okay
Yeah.
because he said so. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Simple
Okay.
as that. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Too simple, Hans.
yeah. As I said, I had a trainer today called me in, and he says, Hans, I want to tell you something. I trained dogs for a long time, but I realize how stupid I am because what you explain is so simple and makes so much sense.
Yeah.
And I never have done it that way. And I'm a dog trainer.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't want to bother you with it. I said, man, this is one of the greatest calls I've done ever.
Yeah.
Right? That
Yeah.
you come and you realize that's what I'm trying to teach.
Yeah. If you enjoyed this content so far, please subscribe to our channel. Also, Hans has a podcast channel called Dog Training for Life. Check that out so you can listen to the audio version. That's
Gotta
why-
be logical, it gotta be natural.
Yeah.
Right? So why is it natural? Because dogs are pack-oriented animals, and I'm the leader, and there's a follower,
Yeah.
and the follower has to do what the leader says.
Yeah.
So the follower is working for the dog, for the leader, and with the leader. I'm the leader.
Yeah.
The wolf, when they decide to do something as a pack, doesn't go and give the dog the other follower a cookie,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's understood. You are the leader. I'll do what you say.
Yeah.
That's what it is all about. And my training system is tapping into this type of approach and understanding.
Yeah.
I'm the leader, so the dog does what I want,
Yeah.
and he works for me and with me.
Yeah.
We're a team.
Yeah.
Where if you're giving dog toys and cookies, you're like two separate entities. I want you to lay down and you want a cookie. Two different things.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Anyway.
Probably people are listening like, huh. But that's what you want them to do, is to think, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the main reasons you're doing a podcast is you love to educate, you love dogs, you want people to think.
Well, what I want mostly is I want people see the logic.
Yeah.
I keep saying logic, you know, and a lot of times I had this guy, he was teaching mathematics, and I said, that's not logical. Do you understand what logic is? And he didn't know.
And this was meant.
Logic is a science, one of the two finite sciences. What does that mean? Finite science is a science which you cannot discover anything anymore. It's done, finished, finite.
Yeah.
First is trigonometry, and second is logic. You cannot discover any new rules, laws, or whatever in trigonometry and logic. Whatever was there discovered was described and discovered thousands of years ago. Greeks and Egyptians and Chinese, you know?
Yeah.
You know, so pick up a book, logic book, 120 pages, everything there. Yeah. And based on that, there's everything in it. Everything, whole science, whole physics, nuclear physics, electronics, everything is in that without that 120 pages or whatever textbook you pick up.
Yeah.
Without that, you're just an ideologue.
Yeah, which is dangerous.
Which is dangerous. You know, don't be ideologue. Be logical. Yeah. And be moral and ethical. That's the third part, right? You can be logical and still be a bastard, right?
Yeah.
It just depends how you apply the laws of logics.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so when you are training dog, you want to be ethical, moral. Logic stems out of laws of nature.
Nature is
okay.
Yeah. Okay. So with that, if you're logical, you gotta buy some videos. You know what? I have such a hard time to ask for money. But older I get. Well, that's what you do for a living. I mean,
yeah, older I get, it gets easier. I'm 71 years old. So
somebody said something like, he just wants, I don't know, one of the episodes, something with sales or something, and I think you commented like, well, that's how I make my money. I'm like, wait, what do you mean?
Or you just do it for the money. Well, not just, but a lot. Of course.
If you're watching this and you have a job out there, what are you doing?
Yeah, if you flip burgers, why do you do it?
Is it free?
Oh, you flip burgers, I teach dog training. You know?
So yeah, please visit Alpine Canine Real, like realistic.com, and all the videos, all the training videos are there. If you're looking for a puppy or a trained adult, make sure you call Hans. All the information is below this video. These dogs come in from the Czech Republic, and Hans can fill you in all the details. Also, please share and subscribe.
Yeah,
that helps the channel.
And tell your friend. Tell your friend.
Share. Tell your friends. Yeah. So thank you for listening, and we will see you guys next time.
Ahoy.